Hi, I'm Amy Wolf with VUCast. This time of year is a time for caring and giving to others, and nothing is more precious than the gift of life. One family at the Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt is praying for a holiday miracle so they can bring their little boy home. Carol Bartu shares their story.
He doesn't really know any different at this point. I guess he thinks the hospital is his home.
Nathan Roberts would have died from heart failure last May. Instead, he received an infant-sized device called the Berlin Heart. It has given him 6 months of life so far, in the hope he'll survive long enough to find a donor.
Wish there was some other way, but that's it.
It's the only way we're leaving this hospital is with a heart transplant. It's a hard thing to swallow. It is.
The need is always there. Nationally, about 109,000 people are waiting in the U.S. for transplants. About 2,400 are waiting in Tennessee. And of that number, half of those patients, roughly 1,200 patients, are Vanderbilt patients waiting for an organ transplant.
Vanderbilt experts hope when families gather this season to count their blessings, they might recognize and even discuss the need for pediatric organs.
You almost have to make up your mind before anything happens that will cause sadness and grief. You can't think clearly. You can't make good decisions then.
We want to lead by example and let people know that it's okay to talk about organ donation and the need for organ donors. The medical procedure of transplantation, it is truly a remarkable act, but it doesn't compare to the act of the unselfish decision that one makes to give up themselves to become an organ, tissue, or marrow donor. It just brings out the best in human beings.
The holiday season and life itself may be on hold for families like the Roberts, but they remain upbeat, believing the generosity of others will come through.
There's not much more I would want this holiday season than my son to receive the gift of life. Because without that awesome gift, he's not going to make it.
For VUCast, I'm Carol Bartu.
Nathan is the first child in Tennessee to use the Berlin Heart. Vanderbilt doctors hope he can live as long as a year with the device as he waits for a heart transplant. Donate Life Vanderbilt is a campus organization working to encourage people to consider organ and tissue donation. Student athletes sported these shirts to raise awareness. You can register to be an organ or tissue donor by checking yes on your driver's license application or by registering at donatelife.net. An unusual matchup between Vanderbilt students and former prison inmates is turning out to be a perfect fit. The students and inmates are working together in a new business called Triple Thread. It's the university's first student-run company to be an official Vanderbilt merchandise vendor. But more importantly, the students are helping these men rebuild their lives one shirt at a time. Barb Kramer gives us the story.
These Vanderbilt students come to this warehouse to work with an unusual new friend.
I have served a total of 5 years. I gave in to criminal activities that my drug addiction had created.
William Williams served time in prison for aggravated burglary and armed robbery. Now, out on parole, William is determined to live a different life, but it's not easy.
People out here don't want to hire convicted felons. They don't want to give you a chance. We're labeled as bad people.
Put the pink on, I guess, over the white.
Yeah, we'll put the pink over the white.
That's where Vanderbilt senior Kyle McCullum comes in. The 22-year-old found a way to help William.
Put the white on and flash it, and then I'll come back and I'll put the white again on top.
Okay.
While visiting Dismas House, a unique experience created by a Vanderbilt chaplain where students live side by side with ex-offenders, Kyle came up with Triple Thread Apparel, a business making specialized T-shirts.
Employment is the #1 factor. and helping people stay out of jail and get back into society as productive, contributing members. And I realized that being a college student, there's a big demand on campus for custom apparel. We kind of just took this demand for custom shirts and this demand for employment for former offenders and kind of turned them in on each other.
So we can do something like this where we have 2 colors on the front.
After a year of planning, the students launched Triple Thread this past September. The key to Triple Thread, Kyle says, is its social enterprise approach.
Regular businesses have one bottom line, make a profit. Social enterprises have 2 bottom lines, make a profit and make an impact on society. It's this balance between mission and margin, or profit and purpose.
Right, and this pink is really good.
The fact that the time before is the first playoff games they ever won.
Bill Coleman, CEO of Dismas House, works with Triple Thread and the ex-offenders.
We're able to train these folks to get jobs. We're able to provide them with the jobs so that they can begin to save some money, and then it really helps them transition out of our program.
The all-volunteer Vanderbilt University students are the marketing team focusing on sororities and fraternities and developing social media publicity.
It turned out looking good though, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
After just 2 months of operation, business is good, with more orders than expected. The social issue angle is the strong selling point, students say.
A lot of people don't think about the importance of making sure that people that come out of prison have jobs, but the reality is when they don't have jobs, there's no place to go. And you're fixing that when you're ordering from Triple Thread.
I made a transition back into society, one step at a time.
Man, I'm loaded up this week. I know I've got like 1,300 shirts to print this week, due by Friday.
Now graduated from Dismas House, William is living at home with his wife and children. For William, the job provides personal and professional pride.
It's good to see the product when you get done, especially a difficult job or a print, and it comes out and makes a beautiful picture. You kind of take a little pride in that, making the customers happy. When they leave out smiling, it makes you feel like you've done a good job.
For the Vanderbilt students, they have been forever affected by Triple Thread.
So it's a great experience for us as students to kind of see what we're learning in class in practical application, and not only in practical application, but in helping others.
For VUCast, I'm Barb Kramer reporting.
The Vanderbilt students received an Outstanding Commitment Award from the Clinton Global Initiative for Triple Thread. They hope to expand their business to other SEC schools and community organizations.
It's time for this community, it's time for this program to unite as one. And I'm very, very confident that I'm the man to get us there.
This year, more than ever, in the midst of the devastation of the Nashville floods, we've seen how powerful the act of giving can be. Just about everyone was touched in one way or another by the horror of the May floods and the heroism and kindness that rushed in just as swiftly as the water. Damage for the city alone is estimated to be more than $2 billion, with more than 11,000 homes and buildings impacted. Some 10,000 people in the Nashville area reported suffering flood damage. More than 1,000 are Vanderbilt employees. For some who lost their homes, like VUCast's own Pat Slattery, physical recovery is already here. But for others, the fight for recovery is still an open wound. Vanderbilt continues to offer assistance, and you can help those in need and volunteer your time by going to vanderbilt.edu/flood or handsonnashville.org. As we welcome in 2011, I can feel the power of new beginnings and the belief that things can and do get better. From our Vanderbilt family to yours, have a wonderful new year. For VUCast, I'm Amy Wolf.
Strike the harp and join the chorus. Fa la 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 la. Deck, deck me, say deck me, say deck me, say fa la 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 la. Deck, deck me, say deck me, say deck me, say fa la 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 la. Deck the halls with the boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Deck, deck me, say deck me, say deck me, say fa la 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 la. Deck, deck me, say deck me, say deck